Tonight on Live from the Theater Basement, you may recognize Flagstaff Pride from their annual summer festival, Pride in the Pines. For 25 years, Flagstaff Pride's mission has been to educate, celebrate, and increase acceptance and awareness of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and two-spirits and transgender community of Flagstaff and Northern Arizona. Come join the party starting June 18th, 2022 at the next Pride in the Pines Festival. For more information, please visit flagstaffpride.org. To learn more, we're speaking with a representative from Flagstaff Pride, Deb Taylor, tonight on Live from the Theater Basement.
Experience an elevated senior living lifestyle at The Bluffs in beautiful Flagstaff, Arizona. Imagine an intimate and authentic retirement lifestyle enhanced by custom-tailored 5-star quality service in an upscale community at the edge of a picturesque mountain. The Bluffs in Flagstaff, Arizona.
I'm your host, Bailey Cunningham. Tonight's correspondent is MacKenzie Chase with Flagstaff Pride representative Deb Taylor. Tonight here on Live from the Theater Basement.
Thanks, Bailey. I'm MacKenzie, and I'm here tonight with Deb Taylor, Board President of Flagstaff Pride. So to start, can you share a little bit about how long you've been involved in Pride and how you first got involved?
Thank you, MacKenzie. I have been with Pride as a board member since 2012, but I started as a volunteer probably around 2004, 2005, and then just working the festivals and, putting in the hard work, learning. And then I was given the opportunity to join the board in 2012. So what is that, 14 years, 15 years?
That's great. And what did you enjoy about volunteering that led you to go further into your involvement?
I think that I had a passion for the community of Flagstaff, and I also had a passion for the LGBT community because I am a member of the LGBT community. I just wanted to be able to give back as much as I can. I wanted to learn more and more. The LGBT community is great activism within it, and I just wanted to see what I could give back as much as I could.
Great. And so one of the large programs that Pride puts on is the annual Pride in the Pines Festival. And the past year, everyone else, you've had to adjust to the virtual realm. What has the organization learned from that experience?
Well, what we've learned is going virtual and digital isn't so scary. It's a learning curve for sure. We were all used to being in field and hands-on and getting dirty, but we had to take it a whole different route and learn to be behind the camera and the live broadcasts and stuff. When we actually did do that, we had Pride Live in 2020. We did put on a couple virtual events, not too many because the big one in June took a lot of our resources. But in June of 2021, we were able to have an in-person with a direct live stream from the Orpheum down to Savannah Coffee House, who is our presenting sponsor. So we were simulcasting live from the Orpheum.
Yeah, it's great to hear that Pride was able to take that challenge in stride and come out better. So this next festival, it will be coming up in June. Can you talk a little bit about what goes into planning such a big event?
Well, that's a lot. Since we haven't been in field for 2 years, and the cost of everything going up, we have tenting and fencing. Our operational expense is between $172,000 and $175,000, and that includes, vendor tenting and entertainment and security and all the fun stuff that goes into. But there's a lot of behind the scenes that work with the community and just permitting and those kind of things.
And I know there are a lot of moving parts to a festival like that with the live entertainment, the vendors. At what point did you start planning? Like immediately after the last festival, or when did that begin?
Well, we've always been planning for an infield. It's just that when we had to make the decision to cancel due to COVID numbers and keeping our patrons and our entertainers and staff safe, we just continued. We did slow down because we were uncertain what the new normal might look like, actually. But we are currently planning. We are holding our festival meetings monthly, and we are in full force for 22.
And so beyond Pride in the Pines, what are some of the programs that the organization puts on to help celebrate and increase acceptance of the LGBTQ community?
Well, we hold several events a year. We start in January. We start planning, we have drag shows that is open to all age. So we don't have an age barrier. We moved our entertainment from a bar to, like, say, something to the Orpheum to allow the youth to come in and experience and be their authentic selves. We do still have 21 plus events. In March, we celebrate Transgender Day of Visibility, celebrating the accomplishments and the transgender, what they give back to the community and how vital they are to the Flagstaff community and then the community as a whole. And then we work towards the festival in June. That's the flagship event. And then we have usually, we have another drag show in October for Coming Out Month. Again, all age. We do bring talent up from Phoenix. We have embraced our local queens. Here we have great talent. And then we have like a rainbow ball, and we do Transgender Day of Remembrance in November, and then for those who lives have been taken because of who they are, and then World AIDS Day, December 1st.
Yeah, lots of different ways for people to get involved, which is really great to hear. So you mentioned Savannah Coffee House and the Orpheum. What are some other community partnerships that Pride works with?
Well, we are very blessed to have many partnerships and the support of Flagstaff community. The city of Flagstaff, we have the support of local businesses owned here in Flagstaff. We have, Savannah Coffee House. We do have the Orpheum. We have like West USA Realty and Findlay Toyota and Health Choice. I'm not sure what their new name is. It might be Blue Cross Blue Shield now. So we work with a plethora of other nonprofits as well. We've involved with 1 in 10. They come up as an organization out of Phoenix for the youth. So we are blessed to have a great support in the community.
And how would you compare that to other places you've lived in?
Well, originally I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So they have a pretty substantial big Pride. They have some corporate sponsors that help them bring in some big names, and they close down, I think, like a mile of road to have their Pride, and it goes on for several days. I've lived in Phoenix, and obviously Phoenix Pride brings in like 25,000 people over 2 days. Our Pride up here in Northern Arizona we bring in about 4,000 people. We are family friendly. We credit ourselves for being that. We have a children's area and dog friendly. So on the bigger scale, if we're talking about Phoenix, San Francisco, Chicago, we're a smaller Pride. But we have started 25 years ago with just a few hundred people at Fort Tuthill. And our last festival in 2019, I think we were about 3,800. So we're growing, we're getting there.
Yeah, that's great. And I know in 2019 also Flagstaff was the first city in Arizona to fly the Pride flag on the City Hall lawn. And it was the first city in Arizona, which is really exciting. Can you talk a little bit about some of the other ways that you've seen the community embraced in town?
Well, we were the first city to raise the rainbow flag on City Hall grounds, and we were really excited that the council and the mayor of Flagstaff embraced that, and a proclamation's issued, and I want to say we're proud, and it does show that Flagstaff is accepting and diverse to have that flag flown for the whole month of June. So, I mean, I think that, we've been first for a couple things. Like I think we were the first to, I think, have up in Northern Arizona, a partnership registry. And then we were a part of the growing trend of having a civil rights ordinance in place here in Flagstaff to protect LGBTQ people. It does need to be revamped. Things have changed. We need to take care of our transgender brothers and sisters and protect their rights as well. And we're moving forward, what the next first might be.
Great, thank you, Deb. And I just wanted to close out with, there's a quote in your email signature by Margaret Cho that I really enjoyed, and I think other people will as well. So it says, sometimes when we are generous in small, barely detectable ways, it can change someone else's life forever. Right, so thanks for being here with me tonight, and now back to Bailey.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. 8-year-old Virginia O'Hanlon asks the editors of the New York Post, is there a Santa Claus? Their heartwarming answer on the front page of the newspaper is part of the American Christmas tradition. Based on a true story, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus playing this Christmas. Tickets now available at Theatrikos.com.
Tonight's 10-minute arts interview, correspondent MacKenzie Chase with guest Deb Taylor from Flagstaff Pride. Our correspondent this evening is MacKenzie Chase, and our guest is Deb Taylor. Live from the theater basement is produced by Linda Cetera. Our engineers are Sam Bradbury and Matt Brewer. Associate producers are Virginia Brown, Joe Maniglia, and Michael Rulon. Our technician is Ava Haynes. Our correspondents are MacKenzie Chase, Jamie Hassapis, Lynn Timmons-Edwards, and Sel Wasson. Our crew is Bailey Cunningham, Angela Keith, Justin Moscow. Dramaturgy is by Theatrikos Artistic Committee. Play curation is by Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase. Our executive producer is Chris Verrill. Live from the theater basement, streaming live on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m., is available wherever you get your podcasts and is a production of Theatrikos Theatre Company in partnership with Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase and Deuteron Films. Theatrikos Theatre Company, Flagstaff, Arizona, is the theater company of Northern Arizona and the Grand Canyon, embracing the spirit of Broadway with shows like 12 Angry Jurors, opening January 28th, 2022, and Steel Magnolias, opening March 25th, 2022. And don't forget to check out Theatrikids' educational theater programs. Join us as we celebrate our 50th season all throughout the 2022 year. For tickets and more information, please visit Theatrikos.com. Live from the theater basement, the weekly podcast streaming show from Theatrikos Theatre Company alternates between 10-minute short plays and interviews with Arizona arts leaders. If you, as a listener-viewer, have input, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at theater@theatrikos.com. That's theater with an R-E at theatrikos.com. Live from the theater basement, streaming live on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. is available wherever you get your podcasts and is funded in part by Flagstaff Arts Council, #CreativeFlagstaff, and Arizona Community Foundation. Additional funding from Arizona Commission on the Arts, Flagstaff 365, BBB revenue of the City of Flagstaff, CAF Country Radio, and patrons of the arts like you. Thanks for joining us on Live from the Theater Basement. This is Theatrikos. Coming up next week on Live from the Theater Basement, AI Barista, a 10-minute play written by Joe Wolfe and directed by Joe Washington. When Giorgio, an AI Fiat assembly line worker, is repurposed as a barista for Piper's new espresso machine, he must make a successful transition in spite of her dislike for AI. Otherwise, he will be eliminated. Find out what happens next Sunday, December 19th at 7:30 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.